Now in effect, Roblox no longer allows bots to join games. As a result, Murder Mystery 2 has lost around 500,000 concurrent users within 2 hours. Now, this is actually more than 500,000, because if we go to Rolling Mods here, you'll see around 1.2 million players right before it drips down to 200,000, which, assuming these are all the real players, you'll have around 200,000 active players, whereas a million of those are bots, which is a large portion of the game. Now, it did also go back up. I'm about to get back into that. So, essentially, these bots, they didn't get banned. They're pretty much getting kicked, essentially. And the message that they get is this. This game has enabled additional hardware security requirements. Please run Roblox on a supported device. Now, what I believe happened as to why this probably went back up is because, right here, additional hardware security requirements. They likely figured out a way to bypass that, and because those accounts aren't banned, once they bypass that, they're right back in the system. Now, if you go to charts, you'll see Murder Mystery 2 is now the first in the thing. I myself have gone and saw that as well yesterday. Now, I could refresh too. Still 900,000 players, and it's in first. Now, if you go to servers here, you won't see it on this. How do you find them is most players. Right here, you'll pretty much see all the bots now. Now, the reason why you have to see it through this way is because these bots, essentially, they don't leave the game. They're here all the time. And when everyone else leaves, the server is just full of the bots. And because there aren't only those, the server just stays up forever until the game shuts down, or the server shuts down. Now, if we go join one, okay, now you can pretty much see in the lobby here, these are all bots. Nobody's moving here. This person's even flying. Now that we're in, what I'm gonna do, reset my character. Now I'll spectate. Where's this person under the map? That's a bot using a script. They're all under the map. So you can even see they're teleporting. These are bots essentially using scripts to get the coins. That way, they could buy these items in the shop. Now essentially what they do with these coins is they buy these crates, get items, and they will sell these items on what's called black markets for games or Roblox games. The issue with this is that it ruins the economy of the game itself. So let's say you have a $50 item that's very rare. Everyone wants to grind for it because it's worth 50 Robux or $50. We'll go with Robux. Now, if all these bots are all grinding for it, let's say they get 100 of these, while one player can only get one in the time that it takes them to get 50. That rare item that's worth 50 Robux would go from 50, 20, 5, 1, until it's worth in the cents. Now, why would someone stay around to grind for these rare items if they could just go on these sites and pay real money in cents to $1 for this item? Now, this is how they get their buyers. Now, this is considered partially illegal, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure. However, I'm pretty sure it is illegal. Now, the only people benefiting from this is going to be, obviously, the developer. They're getting a higher player count. And the people who run the bots themselves, because they're earning money off of these by selling them through black market sites. And one way that the developer earns through is, let's say, let's just go to this one. Now we go to monetization. There is what's called creator rewards. Now pretty much, depending on the type of player, if there's people just simply playing the game will essentially earn the creator Robux. And what they'll do is they'll pretty much exchange that Robux for real money. Now that's another way that developers will be profiting off of this because of the bots. Now, what I believe is why they're not constantly doing this, just sometimes short little bits. Now, if we go to here, you'll see around 15 million players here before it dropped, which I'm assuming this is pretty much where that M2 thing happened. So 15, 9. That's pretty much 6. So 6 out of 15 as a percent. This will be around 40%. So around 40% of all the players on Roblox are pretty much bots. Now, this begs the question. Out of these 13 million players that are on right now at this exact moment, how many of those are bots compared to actual players? Anyways, that's pretty much it. See you.